So, on this episode of HVACR Verse, we're going to talk about the dreaded homeowner special. I'd like to know everybody's thoughts about this one in the comments. And the reason why this comes up is I came across a video on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, I'm on there. Not with this channel, but I have a thing, Pecker Wrecker side by side. It started out as an off road thing, and it kind of just got meshed up with all the stuff in my life. So if you ever want to check it out, go for it. Be my guest. But with that being said, I came across the video, and it just made me think of the homeowner special. And I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. The homeowner special. Here, let me play this for you guys. I'm gonna see if I can get it to work here. Oh, the lovely TikTok.
2 days ago, I came out, diagnosed this thing with a grounded out compressor, replacing it with this thing today. And if you see, there's your hermetic wire coming out, completely burnt off. Your red wire is basically toast. As you can see, the sheathing is practically melted, and the compressor itself was grounded out.
The wire's toasted. That's my favorite diagnosis. Toasted.
Customer decided they wanted to replace, as the system is about 18 years old. And we got this nice Goodman in. Now, a lot of people are
Nice Goodman. Oh, man. The reason why this came up is I was explaining to this person, I'll never trust a manufacturer that is more than willing to sell to the public, including homeowners. Goodman is called the homeowner special, especially here in Arizona. Out here in Arizona, we have Goodman Distributor. I think a lot of states, they have Johnstone that sells Goodman. But he says, thankfully, here in Georgia, can't buy new equipment or parts without a license, but you see a lot of mini split homeowner specials. Well, with that being said, I made a little video for the guy just to show him and see if I can find my videos here. So there's this video right here. Hate to break something to you. I'm going to show this to you because I hear this a lot. Oh, Goodman doesn't sell to the public in my state. Watch this. Just because your suppliers and vendors aren't selling to the public and you have to have a license to purchase from, we'll just say ARS, Johnstone, Sigler, whomever. I think Johnstone is the Goodman dealer in most states, but watch this. Goodman sells to the public. I'm going to put it up on this screen so you can see. Now watch. Amazon sells to every state in the U.S. Goodman is sold on Amazon. Now, the reason why I did this was because everybody thinks that, like, when we talk about the homeowner special, the homeowners here in Arizona, they're not going to Goodman. I got a buddy who can install air conditioners. I bought this really nice 3.5 ton 15-seer heat pump Goodman. My buddy installed it for me. Did a horrible job for one. Two, didn't register your equipment, and it's going to be hard to get warranty on that. And this has become really bad for I'm looking for, since Daikin has taken over Goodman, because Daikin has been selling mini splits on Amazon for a long time. Daikin used to be really good, in my opinion, for mini splits. When a manufacturer starts selling to the public and offering for them to have their own equipment install themselves, man, I just don't think it's a good thing. It is one of those things that just makes me... Yeah, that nice little fake laugh. I actually had a technician the other day, and I'm going to find this thing again. We all know the Mr. Cool, right? Mr. Cool is DIY. You can install your own mini split. So I'm going to find this mini split that he ran into, and he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, is it a thing of self-charge line set, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the Mr. Cool. And he's like, I don't know anything. And I'm like, well, is it a homeowner special? He's like, I know nothing about it because I never even heard about this Della mini split. Apparently, it is sold here. It is sold on Amazon. It is sold on Walmart.com. Apparently, I never even heard of this brand before, but homeowner installed it thinking it was like, the Mr. Cool mini split, but a better series. It was like a 19 seer, and I looked into it and I was like, man, this would be actually a decent product for someone that knows what they're doing. It's an inverter system and stuff, but if you look into it, it requires expert installation. So they thought that it was like a Mr. Cool. You just hook up your lines, and they discovered that you're wrong. Sorry, it didn't work out for you too well. All they did was, my technician said there was like 3 flares in this thing. So homeowners, if you're watching this channel, don't think you can install your own air conditioner. Most of these guys have had training and they're experienced, and we stand behind our product and we warranty it. So if we do something wrong, we're going to fix it, right? If you do something wrong, I'm not fixing it for free. I'm going to get to that segment here in a second. But he said there was like 4 flare couplings in there because the line set that it came with wasn't long enough for what they were trying to do. At least they put the correct power to it. It was 208, 240, and they did run a 2-pole 240 volt breaker to it. So that's a good idea. I'm good. The homeowner was kind of smart on that. But you know what? It doesn't have is pre-charged line sets, and they didn't evacuate the system. And they were struggling with issues when one head would run. It would kind of be okay, but as soon as both heads came on, it just started struggling, started throwing error codes, and that's because it had air non-condensables in it. Kind of like my thing I hate is these DIY air conditioners. There's no such thing anymore there's never been a DIY air conditioner. If you don't understand it, you're going to mess it up, and then you're going to call a company out, a reputable company, and this is where the customer got upset with my technician, and I kind of had to step in on it. The customer was upset because they said, oh, well, it should be under warranty. It should have this. Sorry, you installed it yourself. What warranty are you looking for? You can call the manufacturer and have them come out and see if they'll warranty anything or do the work for you for free. Your refrigerant's trash now. It's got non-condensables in it, air, nitrogen, all those lovely ones, moisture. So we can't reuse that. We're going to have to reclaim it. We're going to have to first we're going to pressure test this and make sure it even holds. Then we're going to have to evacuate it properly, and then we can charge it up for you. And that's chargeable. I didn't install this. I wouldn't sell it. My company, we are a Mitsubishi dealer for mini splits. Fine. I'm not sponsored by Mitsubishi, but I've come to like the Mitsubishi products and the Fujitsu products. That's why I sell customers. But when I install it, I warranty it. Now, I offer a 3-year labor warranty on my installs, and obviously most equipment comes with 10-year manufacturer warranty when you register it. Now, we register that for the homeowners when we do equipment installs. But this brings me back to the thing of these homeowner specials. My buddy did this. My buddy was an AC guy, and he said I could put a Goodman in. Out here in Arizona, I've seen mix-matched equipment, and it used to be back in the day when I first started doing this, mix-matching equipment wasn't that big of a deal. It still worked. Now the tolerances and what needs to work with what is so much more tighter that you can't mix-match equipment. We came across this Goodman condensing unit that was like maybe 4 months old, and go up to the air handler, and the air handler is not a Goodman air handler. It's actually a Carrier air handler. One, it was a 4-ton condenser on a 5-ton air handler. Real good. His buddy said, oh, yeah, you can do that and get away with it. I felt bad. Had to tell the customer, hey, this is not going to work. One, the blower motor failed because they forgot to wire the reversing valve in, and it was pumping heat like nonstop, and it was actually overloading that motor, and it killed the blower motor, and that's part of the problem. So we replaced the motor, found out everything got down the road. Pressures didn't work correctly. It was just a mess. But he was like, well, this unit should be under warranty. Wrong, 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 wrong. I'm sorry. I hate to hear that when I hear, oh, it should be under warranty. Everything's under warranty. Who covers warranty? Nobody understands this. When I install a piece of equipment, the labor warranty, that is not covered by the manufacturer. When the manufacturer is telling you they're going to give you 10-year warranty on parts, I'm not offering you a 10-year warranty on labor unless you want to purchase a labor warranty. I'm okay with that. We offer 3-year labor. We automatically purchase 3-year labor warranty plans when we do installation. But if someone else installed it, I'm not on the hook for any kind of warranty. You got to pay my labor. So it's just kind of one of those things. I ran into that today with another customer. Um, they complained because another company installed the unit, and it's been a little over 2 years, and we consumed that company. I still honored the labor because it's whatever. They only gave 1 year labor on their warranties. Honored the labor. I told the customer, hey, I'm going to get this done. And they're like, well, I thought this unit should last me 10 years. And I had to hold back and say, every manufacturer is having an issue right now. This episode is not a slam on Goodman. It's just, I call it the homeowner special. But every manufacturer is having issues right now, guys. I don't care who it is. I've seen major issues with Carrier where it's compressors. The compressors are a problem. That's the biggest issue I've seen with Carriers lately. Train, it's been the small sensors, it's mostly the XV systems and some of the XR17s. The XR17s, there was a batch where they had the wires backwards. What was the actual liquid line temperature and what was the suction line temperature measuring superheat for the EEV. And then their dome temperature sensors on the XV systems communicating trains. Those have been going haywire and not working correctly, and they're on back order. Some of these compressors for Carrier are on back order. Some of the compressors for Carrier, they don't even have a new version yet to fix the problem of what they're having. Lennox, that makes me kind of gag a little bit. I'm not a big fan of Lennox, but I will say this. If you think Lennox is the best, I'm going to slap you. Lennox lately has been horrible, like manufacturing across the board. I don't think there's been one Lennox system in some of these new developments that we've had built, because Lennox has become builder grade. I don't know if you guys realize that. Goodman and Lennox are like builder grade equipment. A lot of the leaks in the system, and people are expecting warranties, and then the warranty should be free. They shouldn't be charged anything. I've only lived in this house for 3 years, and I shouldn't be charged anything. Sorry. I didn't install your equipment. This is a new build. You can go after your builder if you want, but I doubt they're going to do anything. Lennox is only offering you a new coil as a part. They're not going to cover the refrigerant. We can try and get them to cover the refrigerant, but a lot of times they don't, and they're not going to cover the labor. So you got to pay me for the labor. You got to pay me for the refrigerant. Replace that coil. If you want a new system, by all means, I'll get you a new system, right? So how do you guys handle that? How do you handle these homeowner specials? How do you handle these systems where everybody's hearing that they're getting these 10-year warranties, right? How do you guys handle that as technicians? I'm just curious. I can tell you how I handle it. Whenever I walk up to a house and it wasn't our installation and the customer starts fighting about warranty, I always say, you know what? I'm going to leave you an estimate for me to repair it. I will get the part as a warranty part, and then I will charge you the labor, and this is what it will cost. And I walk away. I don't fight with them. I don't argue with them. If they find someone else to do it cheaper or for free, great. That's awesome. I don't have time for that. Sorry, homeowners. It's a hassle for companies. We're busy. We're trying to keep you guys going, but nothing is free in this world. I promise you that. So that's kind of how I handle those situations. Now, I have had situations where people move into a house and the home builder doesn't tell them you got to register the equipment, and the equipment is, if it's never registered by the homeowner when they move into a brand new build, and most of the builder grade stuff is either Goodman or Daikin, not Daikin, sorry, Goodman or Lennox lately. Out here in Arizona, at least, it might be something in other parts of the country, but here in Arizona, Goodman and Lennox are the builder grade units. Now, I'll walk in these homes, and the unit will be they haven't lived in the home for 5 years. It's been, we'll say, 4 years, 8 months. They've lived in the house. But what they don't realize is they never registered the equipment, and the manufacturer at that point in time goes to the date of purchase of when they started that warranty period because it was never registered. I've had Lennox units that were not under warranty anymore, and the homeowner only lived there for like a little over 3 years because the equipment was purchased way in advance and no one knew when it was installed because it doesn't get registered and marked correctly. So they're got a $10,000 unit, well, probably 12 now, $12,000 unit that it's not under warranty anymore. And I've gotten Lennox. I will say this about Lennox: they have been generous with their warranty lately, and I'm not going to complain too much about that. But I still think that their coils are garbage. Um, Goodman, I think their coils are garbage. That's probably why they don't have any coils available right now here in Arizona. I don't know. But what do you guys feel about this DIY air conditioning stuff that people are coming in with now? I want to know. I'm curious. I might even start doing this live and start talking to people about how they feel about this. I've seen a couple of the Mr. Cools installed, and I mean, they're having an extra 10 feet of line set coiled up on the side of the house. That looks so goofy, in my opinion. I personally, if a customer tells me, hey, I bought this, I want you guys to install it, I turn it away. Not that I'm too good for it. I'm not saying that. I turn it away because I don't need that headache. So I was curious what everybody thinks about that stuff. And let me know and like and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more and leave the comments. Tell me what I can do better and keep on HVACing on, guys.